We'll continue the session. The another important tool required to do the genetic engineering after the restriction enzyme or different types of enzyme, we have to know about them. That second tool is cloning vectors. Cloning vector is a small piece of DNA taken from the virus or the autonomous self-replicating DNA found in the bacteria, we call them plasmid, are the naturally occurring DNAs. They are called as natural vectors. Plasmid in bacterium or viruses or bacteriophages of naturally present in the bacteria are the naturally occurring vectors we used in recombinant DNA technology. Along with these, some artificially synthesized vectors are also there. They are commonly used in recombinant DNA technology. We will discuss them also later. Now first we focus on the DNA those we isolate through which we transfer our gene into bacteria. That isolated DNA called as vector DNA must have some important features. This vector DNA is having ability to multiply in the bacterial cell independent of bacterial genome. In bacterial cell, they must have ability to develop their 15 to 100 copies, so that when we recombinate our gene into plasmid or bacteriophage type of DNA vector, when they multiply, they develops the particular number of copies of our gene also in their host bacterium. These are the two important naturally occurring and very popular vectors. First one is plasmid and second one is the bacteriophage. Plasmid are naturally found in bacteria. We isolate them. We cut that plasmid with the help of restriction enzyme. And same restriction enzyme is used to isolate the desired gene from the host genome. The desired gene, also called as foreign gene, is recombinant with the plasmid, and now plasmid again released into the same colony, so the bacteria received this phenomenon, and when the recombinant plasmid means with foreign gene introduced into bacteria, this process is called as transformation. When bacteria multiplies, plasmid also multiplies, and along with this foreign gene also multiplies. So this is a in vivo gene cloning with the help of the plasmid, as we use them as a vector. Second naturally found vector is the viruses, those multiply in the bacteria. We isolate that viral DNA, cut that viral DNA with restriction enzyme and recombinate them with the desired foreign gene and introduce into the bacteria. This type of introduction is called as transfection or transduction. When they multiplies in bacterial colony, along with this, human gene get multiplied. So in this manner, two naturally occurring vector DNAs are either plasmid or second one is bacteriophage. Plasmid is commonly used to transfer the foreign DNA of short size or low molecular weight. When the molecular weight of foreign DNA is more than 20 kilobase pairs, then plasmid is not potential vector. Then they use the bacteriophages as a vector. So gene transfer to the host means to carry the gene from one organism to another. There is a need of the particular vehicle. That vehicle DNA are called as vector. Commonly used vectors are plasmid. They are generally found as a small circular double-stranded self-replicating autonomous genetic material in the bacterial cytoplasm. By isolating the naturally occurring plasmid and introducing the antibiotic resistance gene in that plasmid and making the plasmid recombinant, the first recombinant DNAs was constructed by Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyle and established the technology of recombinant DNAs. This two genes, that is plasmid DNA and antibiotic resistance DNAs, are tied up together by DNA ligase and designed the recombinant DNA by Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer. Along with naturally occurring vectors, that is plasmid and bacteriophages, in biotechnology, different type of artificially occurring plasmids or constructed plasmids are used. Those are artificially designed. They are of different types such as plasmid, cosmid, phasmid, different chromosomes, yak, bak, mak, like yeast artificial chromosome, bacterial artificial chromosome, mammalian artificial chromosomes are the different types of artificial vector DNAs are also constructed to carry the desired gene into the organism. Those are constructed artificially. These vectors must have the following properties like origin of replication or ORI site, selectable marker site, cloning site, vector for cloning gene in plants and animals. We have to discuss here. So this is the artificially synthesized plasmid. Those are generally used to clone the multiple gene within same time in a single organism. This is commonly used artificially synthesized plasmid called as PBR322. P stands for plasmid, B stands for Bolivar and Rodriguez. Those are discover or construct this plasmid with the help of coworker 322. So this plasmid, when we observe, they have the origin of replication site from which they start the replication or increase their number. They have two antibiotic resistance genes. One is ampicillin resistance and other is tetracycline resistance. This antibiotic resistance gene, those are present here in the artificially synthesized plasmid, are called as marker genes, because when we introduce the foreign gene in the ampicillin site, so this plasmid, when present in bacteria, they are unable to produce ampicillin because we inactivate ampicillin resistance property, because we inactivate their which property? Ampicillin resistance. So we place here the foreign gene and inactivate the antibiotic ampicillin resistance qualities of the plasmid, and we keep intact the tetracycline resistance quality or the gene of the plasmid, and now we introduce that plasmid into bacteria. And when such a bacteria with the recombinant plasmid grow on the nutrient media having ampicillin, this bacteria is unable to survive because in this gene ampicillin is inactivated and the foreign gene is present in them. So ampicillin is inactivated and foreign gene is present in them, means bacteria is unable to grow in the medium having the antibiotic ampicillin, because the quality those resist the ampicillin is not here. So what it indicates? It indicates the foreign gene is easily incorporated or recombinate on the position of ampicillin resistance. Same type of bacteria, when we allow to grow in the nutrient media having tetracycline, then this bacterium is easily survive because along with foreign DNA on the position of ampicillin resistance, this plasmid have the intact tetracycline resistance gene. So the plasmid are present in the bacterium, that bacterium becomes resistant to the tetracycline and they are easily survive. So in this manner, when we place the foreign gene in ampicillin site, bacteria is unable to survive in ampicillin environment, and when we place the gene in tetracycline site, then bacteria is unable to survive in tetracycline but able to survive in ampicillin. So with the help of such a marker genes, one can easily isolate or identify in the colony which one is transformed or having foreign DNA or which one is without foreign DNA. Along with these marker genes or antibiotic resistance genes, this artificially synthesized PBR also has a number of recognition sites of different restriction enzymes. Those are recognized and cut the plasmid at that site, and number of genes are incorporated into the single artificially synthesized plasmid. So artificially synthesized plasmid like PBR322 is very popular for multiple cloning. Means single plasmid with more than one gene get cloned here. The another artificially synthesized plasmid, those used as a vector to carry the foreign DNA into any bacterial colony, is a PUC19. P stands for plasmid, U stands for University, and C stands for California. Means this plasmid is constructed in University of California with the help of 19 co-workers. Hence the name PUC19. This plasmid has a unique marker gene. They are called as insertional inactivation gene. This gene, if present in the plasmid and bacteria having this plasmid, then with the help of this gene, bacteria produces one enzyme, beta-galactosidase, and the color of the bacterial cytoplasm becomes bluish in presence of that beta-galactosidase enzyme as they catalyzes the sugar. When we placed any foreign DNA here, so we inactivate the LAC-Z gene. Now the gene is absent, so bacteria never produces the beta-galactosidase and colony remains colorless. So in this manner, whether the foreign gene is easily recombinant in this site or not, one can easily observe by studying the color of the colonies. Those are colored colonies, they are non-recombinant, and those are with colored less colonies, they are recombinant one. So in this manner, instead of marker gene or antibiotic resistance gene, one can use this type of scorable markers also to identify whether the plasmid is recombinant successfully or not. The another type of vectors, that is bacteriophage, used. This is M13 bacteriophage. Generally they have single stranded DNA, but when they infect the bacteria, when they enters the bacterial cytoplasm, they changes the genetic material, it becomes double stranded. We isolate this double stranded DNA, then with the help of restriction enzyme, we cut this at specific site, and in which we incorporate the desired gene and make this viral DNA recombinant and introduce into the bacteria. So in this manner, the M13's DNA is also used as a vector to transfer the desired gene into the bacteria. The another vectors we used, they are the hybrid vectors. For example, cosmid. Cosmid are the hybrid vectors. They having 90% of DNAs from plasmid and 10% of the lambda phase bacteriophage cos sequences. So in this manner, when the combination of DNA from plasmid as well as the cos site DNAs of lambda phase virus, that type of recombinant hybrid vectors are also used, called as cosmid, and in the cosmid one can incorporate the very great size of foreign DNA. So when plasmid and bacteriophages fail to become a vector to carry the foreign DNA, then the cosmid is used as a vector to transfer the foreign DNA to the other organisms. In case of plant gene transfer technology, the vector used are the TI plasmid vector. They are tumor-inducing plasmid. These tumor-inducing plasmids are naturally found in the bacterium called as Agrobacterium tumefaciens. This bacterium containing this plasmid has a unique DNA called as tDNA. When this bacteria infect the plant cell, this tDNA copied from plasmid into the plant cell's genome. And this type of jumping of gene is called as transposons. This tDNA in plant genome introduced then it stimulates the plant cell to undergo rapid cell division and forms a tumor. So in this manner, on the position of tDNA, when we cut the DNA and in between the T section, we add the desired gene, and via the bacteria allowed to infect the plant and develop the tumor in the plant cell. From each cell of that tumor, by tissue culture technology, we develop the entire plant having the desired gene. So in this manner, T plasmid with tDNA, in which foreign DNA is inserted, introduced into the bacteria and bacteria into plant. Plant produces tumor, isolate the tumor, grows the cells on the tissue culture and develop the plant having the desired gene. Those are along with the tDNAs are introduced into the host plant.